Saint Martina, Virgin, Martyr, 288, Rome. Martina was a maiden of a most illustrious Roman family, daughter of a consul. She lost her parents while still very young and inflamed with Christian zeal. She distributed her wealth, of which she had an abundance, with great profusion among the poor. Under the Emperor Alexander, she was commanded to sacrifice to the false gods and refused with boldness to commit this great wickedness. Whereupon she was again and again scourged, and mangled with iron prongs and hooks, and pieces of broken pottery. Her limbs were cut off piece by piece with sharp swords, and boiling tallow poured upon her living trunk. Lastly she was condemned to the wild beasts in the amphitheater, but by the will of God they would not touch her, and she was then thrown upon a burning pile, but still remained alive, by the same divine power. Some of her torturers, struck by the unusual miracle and touched by the grace of God, embraced the Christian faith, and after suffering many tortures, were beheaded and gained the glorious palm of martyrdom. At her prayers, earthquakes occurred, fire fell from the thundering heavens, temples of the gods were overthrown and the images burned. Sometimes milk flowed from her wounds with the blood, and a glittering brightness and a most sweet fragrance emanated from her body. Sometimes she seemed to be aloft upon a royal throne, singing the divine praise surrounded by heavenly spirits. The judge, infuriated at what had taken place, and chiefly at her unbending firmness, ordered the head of the martyr to be cut off. At the moment this was done, a voice from heaven was heard calling Martina to ascend. The whole city shook and many idolaters were converted to the Christian faith. Martina suffered in the pontificate of Pope St. Urban I. Her body was discovered in the time of Pope Urban VIII, in the very old church called after her, situated at the foot of the Capitoline Hill, near the Mamertine prison, along with the bodies of the holy martyrs Concordius, Epiphanius and others. The church was then altered and restored and handsomely decorated, and then the body was replaced in it, amid public rejoicings, with a solemn ceremony and procession. Oremus. O God, who amongst the many marvels of thy power hast granted the triumph of martyrdom even to weak women, grant in thy mercy, that we, who keep the festival of blessed Martina, thy virgin and martyr, may, by her example, advance nearer to thee. Per Dominum nostrum Iesum Christum filium tuum. Amen.